Yo guys, what's poppin'? It's time for shopping. Back at it with another Modern Warfare franchise store video. This one is going to be for May 15th. Guys, I wanted to say before the video starts, if you are a newer viewer, new subscriber here for the item shop, I wanted you guys to know that I have an entire playlist of just item shop videos on the channel ever since the shop came out. So if you're a little bit newer and want to see some of those old bundles and what I have to say about them, especially the attachments, I have an entire playlist. You can watch as many as you want ever since the item shop came out in Modern Warfare. So that option is always there if you guys are fiending for some content for the Modern Warfare item store. I mean, honestly, there's so many different bundles that have come out, and I've pretty much expressed my opinion on every single one of the bundles that have been in the store so far. So if you're a little bit newer, that option's there if you wanted to see some of those bundles in depth that I haven't talked about recently, because I skip over them quickly since they're older bundles. So let's get into it today, guys. We have the Arctic Beast making a return. We saw this come out with the release of the crossbow. Can't remember. I think this was season 2 right at the beginning, but I just cannot remember on this one. They're all starting to merge together at this point. We're almost on season 4. We're like 18 days away from that, and we should be getting hard hat soon, so that's pretty exciting as well. Lone Marauder, I believe this is a season 1 bundle. We've seen this one so many times, man. So many times. This was a pretty popular one when it came out because of the Revolution AK skin, but I honestly don't see it that much, man. I just don't see it anymore. But the skeleton stock is what really does it for me. But there's a bunch of stuff on this AK that looks pretty cool. Show you guys the knife and the finishing move here. This one's going to run you 1,500, and that Arctic Beast, if I didn't say, it's going to be 1,200. We have a Wasteland hop into the front of Operator's Identity, so they're just moving stuff around as they do. We just took a look at this one very recently, so there's no reason to go super in-depth for it. Pause the video on these guys. Let them load in there so you get a nice little sneak peek of them, just in case you missed the video a couple days ago. And we do have a finishing move in here. One of the more expensive ones, sitting at 2,400 comp points. And we have Tactical Human 3 also making a return. We saw this one very recently as well. Most of these Tactical Humans have been rotated in pretty frequently. But we have the MP7 here. Probably the main seller of the bundle itself. I'm not sure if that's the one that's in Warzone or not, but there's a one MP7 in Warzone. I bet you guys, if you're Warzone players, know what I'm talking about. It is trash. It's so bad. We got the finishing move here. This one's pretty cool, man. Like 3 throwing knives right to the chest. Nothing else in Operator's Identity, though. All stuff that has been sitting there for a while. And the only new thing that we have that is actually new, we have Heartland and Viking Burial 1 there as well at the end. We have the Servant of Cthulhu. We actually already took a look at this bundle with that vehicle glitch, that little shop loophole I told you guys about like 2 weeks ago. We already took a look at this one. We will take a look at it here in just a second, but let's run through Heartland real quick. We've seen this one a ton as well. This one's going to be for the M13. M13 has some really dope skins in this game. It just, the attachments are always trash. There should be 3 blueprints in here in this Viking one. That one's for the Odin. This one's going to be for the AX50. And we have one for the Desert Eagle as well. And the final bundle of the day, just for you section if you guys were interested. But Servant of Cthulhu, we've already seen this one, like I said, but it is technically a new bundle for most of you who didn't watch that video. So we have the FAMAS, the FR556, Heed These Words, 50-round magazine, tac laser, scout combat optic, forged tac pack on the stock, and then we have the sniper barrel. The barrel's good, tac laser's never bad. We have the scout combat optic, personally, not a fan of that sight. We have the 50-round magazine, and I think that stock is going to give you faster ADS if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on that. But there's no underbarrel. There's no grip tape either. You don't really need that 50-round magazine. The optic can be changed out, so you take off the optic, put another one on there, take off the magazine, and you got another attachment somewhere for recoil. I mean, there's no recoil control on this class whatsoever except for the barrel. I'm not a fan of it personally, and I've never really liked the FAMAS. It seems like every time I die by it, it's a 1 burst, but every time I'm shooting it, it takes like 3 bursts to kill. I don't know if I'm just garbage or what. I usually just put the thing on single fire because I feel like it melts so much faster that way. But we have a vehicle skin in here, Lovecraft. This is only like 1 of 3 of the Jeep skins. I'm surprised there's not more vehicle skins yet. But we have a charm here, Cthulhu's Judgment, and then we have all choked up. Guys, that's really it for the shop today, man. Nothing else new. That one's going to cost you 1,200 COD points. I noticed a lot of people weren't waiting for certain bundles, and I tell you guys all the time, make sure you're always checking your Just For You section, and make sure you're logging into Modern Warfare at some point during the week to check your featured section, because I do have certain bundles purchased, and with those bundles being purchased, they will never show up in my shop again. So just wanted to make that very clear, and for everybody asking once again, you know, when certain bundles are going to be in the shop, I don't work for these guys. I don't know. I do the shop all the time, but it's completely random. There's no schedule to it. Just want to let you guys know once again. But that's going to do it for me. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, check out the sponsors and equipment in the description below. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.